6:45 in the morning. My phone's sitting there on my temporary curtain that I folded up. And we have this beautiful view right now. Waking up in the brand new house. I feel so excited about it. Got the office desk back set up again. Got the bed going again, minus the bed frame. That's what I need to get. Beautiful. I love this. Why am I awake at 6 in the morning? I don't know. You can call it a body clock malfunction, but anyway, I'm up and I have a lot of energy. Fun fact about sleeping, guys. Though we've always been taught you want to get a certain amount of time worth of sleep, 8 hours, 9 hours, it's actually about your personal sleep cycles that you need for optimal energy. And everybody's different. Everybody requires a different amount of sleep cycles. So one sleep cycle is typically about 90 minutes. 90 minutes to 2 hours is the average sleep cycle. Some people may only need 4 sleep cycles, giving you 2, 4, 6, 8. However many sleep cycles you need is how many hours you end up needing. So when you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle, like if an alarm clock goes off and it wakes you up, like majority of the time that we wake up, it's in the middle of a sleep cycle. That is what ends up making us groggy. It's not so much how much time did we sleep, it's when did our sleep get interrupted. The very rare occasions that we actually naturally wake up at the end of a sleep cycle, that's when we have a lot of energy. And have you ever woken up super early before? And I'm not talking about like at 3 in the morning because you had to pee. I'm just saying like naturally for no reason whatsoever, you have to pee or anything like that. You just naturally woke up at a certain hour. You look at your clock, you go, wow, I'm wide awake right now. I could actually get up. Oh, but it's so early. I have to go back to sleep. I have to make myself go back to sleep for a few hours so I get enough sleep. And then you end up waking up like a few hours later on in the morning, and then you're groggy for the whole entire day. That's because, most likely, that's because you woke up perfectly at the end of a sleep cycle. Had you gotten up and started your day then, you would have had optimal energy all day long. The fact that you went back to sleep, you probably began a sleep cycle and woke up later on in the middle of it somewhere, thus making you more tired. So fun little fact, guys. There's no one set amount of time that's ideal for sleep. It's all about however many sleep cycles you need. Some people need 4, some people need 6. But it is whether or not you complete a sleep cycle upon waking up, or you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle that determine how groggy you are or how wide awake you are throughout the day. So I think, quite clearly, my body just naturally woke up or at the end of a sleep cycle perfectly. So, anywho, I think I'm going to try to go train now. I never train in the morning time. I'm trying to think. I could get some activities done here. I could like assemble this dresser behind me, or it's a bunch of things to be done, and then go train. But I'm almost kind of thinking like, all right, take your energy out on training now, then tire yourself out with all the hoisting of furniture. So 7:30 breakfast. Just had a shake and some Raisin Bran from 7-Eleven that I got last night. Needless to say, it is time to go shopping today for groceries once and for all. Now that we're finally moved into the house. Granted, that does not mean we are nearly done moving in, as you can see. So deadlift time. Today is lighter deadlifts.
and that's because Friday is going to be a heavier deadlift day. So I took advantage of this and really practiced the technique. Now, in my last video, Attention to Detail, in which I explained how I was switching back to conventionals because they're simply stronger for me, but how I also wanted to really clean up my technique and form, and I told you guys because I was going to run it by a bunch of different coaches and powerlifters. So I did just that. I spoke to George Lehman about it, Omar Esoff, and he said he was going to run it by Jeremy Hamilton for me. I spoke to Silent Mike, a bunch of different people. And the same general consensus was that, one, I needed to neutralize my spine more. Now, keeping your head down to keep a neutral spine is only an option. There are variations of deadlifting in which jamming your head back into your traps, like Dave Tate says to do, can work. So it's all basically depending on your build. But a lot of them told me that just the looks of my build, I should really focus on keeping a much more neutral spine. So I did just that. On top of that, I also focused on tucking my lats more to be able to get my hips closer to the bar. So between keeping my hips closer to the bar and giving myself a neutral spine, I was able to really kind of sit into the deadlift a little bit more. And I'm really happy with my technique today versus my technique in the last video. In the last video, it looked like I was really just kind of pulling the weight up, craning with my back. Today, it looks like a much more synergistic, full body movement as the deadlift should be. Just got to keep learning and applying what I learn. It's all about moving ever forward, like young Max Tuning says. As always, please like this video for peace and prosperity. Subscribe now.